Here we go. We are back for another warm-up show with hockey coach Jericho Francis directly for the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. And we have to go all the way to the north to find our co-host, the man of the men, the man and the caveman. I'm talking about Mr. ENORTAP is in the house tonight.
Hello, Coach, and hello, Hockey Nation, on this wonderful Monday, June 6th.
You're absolutely right about this already. June, some teams, some people, they are finishing their school. Some are already going to graduate the next couple of weeks. Some are the prom. And some have to pay over $100 to take our car. But that's another subject we cannot bring here because we're going to cry. We don't want to cry here. We're going to celebrate what's happening last weekend, Mr. ENORTAP. A couple of W. We still almost at the end of the end. We're training the only 14. We start with 32 team. We got a 16. Now we got at 4. And then next week, Mr. ENORTAP, I believe, when we'll be back Monday, we're going to be only at 2 team for the Stanley Cup final. We'll see who's going to be there. You still have a lot of hockey. Maybe someone's going to be swept or someone could be eliminated tonight. That's something we're going to hear from you. When you're going to tell us what is the prediction of the game on the Monday night. We welcome everybody. Thanks to be a part of the Hockey Nation show. First of all, we want to ask you, please don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be awesome if you can do that. That'd be great. Before I say welcome anybody, do you want something? Said something?
No.
Are you sure?
I just want to say hello to everybody. That's all.
Well, that's it. You
Let's
don't
go
want to
right
talk
to it.
anything else? You don't want to mention something or?
What do we want to mention? That you killed me with the fantasy team last night, I think.
Yeah, I was lucky, but yeah, it's getting a little bit better here, but we'll see. But we have some people all around the world in the house, Mr. ENORTAP. Let's go to start in Alberta. He's back with us, the number of fans of the Edmonton Oilers. One you're going to be eliminated is going to go with New York Rangers. I'm sure he's going to do that. Mr. Andy Kuivula. Welcome back.
Hey, Auntie. How's it going?
And from Utah, he's like us. He don't have no really any team, but you know he wants to helping and encourage. I'm sure he's looking for the West Conference win the Stanley Cup. He's from Los Angeles King Conference. I'm talking about Mr. Ron with Kings 20 in the house.
Hey, Ron. How you doing, buddy?
He has a good weekend, by the way, Ron, about the prediction. So he's now on the leaderboard, Mr. ENORTAP. So congratulations for Ron. And Monkey back in the house somewhere, somehow in South Florida. Speak French, speak English, and try to figure out what the heck is going on with the Panthers. Right now, they are not looking nothing else. We don't hear about the coach. We don't hear about Sventing. We'll be curious what they're going to do the next couple of weeks. About the move, everything like that. But something we have to follow up, Mr. Monkey. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks to be a part of the show. We're still at the school, I think. School finish next week in South Florida. And from Nova Scotia, the inside of the Hockey Nation, I show for the Montreal Canadian. Welcome back, Mr. Andrew Lapage.
Hey, Andrew. How's it going?
Stuck in the jail and stay in the jail, it looked like. We'll talk about this a bit later. And welcome back, Mr. Kilo. Welcome, Mr. Kilo.
Kilo, how are you?
And directly from Illinois, yo, Blackhawk Chicago fan number 97 with Nick, Kate, Joshua, and Hopper back all together. Welcome back in the house tonight.
Welcome, Blackhawks.
I don't know what, but I feel like Kelly and the Blackhawks, they count every time like Andrew go to jail. Like they have like now they have their own little boards. So, oh, Andrew is the jail. Oh, that's number 7. Oh, that's number 8. Oh, Andrew is going there for 2 days now. Oh, Andrew, they knows everything. I don't have to present the little board. Blackhawks and Nick Kelly knows everybody who is going to get there. Yeah. Unbelievable. That's the funny thing about that one of that. And I'm having the same problem. Blackhawks 97. Andrew, yeah, because you it's easy, Andrew. You have the same problem. You always take the wrong team. That's the problem. When you go to get the right team, that's you out of the jail. And that's happening. But you get well this weekend, so that congratulations about that one over there. Here we go. Mike was chopping too. Mr. Francois Pitt is in the house tonight.
Hey, Francois. How's it going?
Welcome aboard, Mr. Francois Pitre. Andrew, do you think the Us will get rid of the Brincat? No. And Mr. Baum Acker. Welcome back, Mr. Acker.
Hello, welcome.
And Mr. ENORTAP, our best friend, we love him a lot. Mr. Alan Barnes is with the Hockey National Show tonight.
Hey, Alan. Welcome aboard.
And then our friend William and McClary back with us. Castle lost only twice this playoff. They are their way to match LFL 22. So I'm thinking Avalanche closes it out tonight, but my position sucked this year. Haha, 1-5, Mr. William. But you have to tell us. Yesterday I listened, I won again you, but you got right yesterday. So I got not very good. But welcome back, Mr. William. Thanks. Always the pleasure having you, Mr. William, with us. So don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. And Mr. ENORTAP, I heard a noise. What you said?
No, I just welcomed William. It's always great to have him aboard.
We need to have like a buzz from you, and you buzz, man. That's tell us we need to talk. I need to talk. So that would be better on that one over there. And I own the gel that we're having fun here. Here we go. And Drew is right now the captain of the gel at that moment over there. But you're not alone. I think our friend Brendan W. been there 4 times last week, Mr. ENORTAP. He stuck there since Wednesday. But he did well during the weekend, but that's not come for the gel. So it does not help. But we have the insider, the Hockey National Show, with all the update around the league, about baseball, about American Hockey League, about curling, about the, I don't know, the whatever happening in the world, the bowling, you name it, you do it, the golf, the horse. RJ bring everything at the church in New Jersey, the weather in New Jersey, the New York Rangers, the Yankees. RJ love the Yankees, love the Rangers, and RJ is in the house tonight. We love you, buddy.
Hey, RJ. Keep it up, buddy.
Yes, Blackhawks.
Bowling. Bocce tournament.
We have 2 professional members, supporters of the Hockey National Show. Blackhawks are play bowling, but we lost them right now. They are maybe in tournament. We don't know what happened with Sly. And then Alan Vayako right now is too busy with the bowling the Monday night, so we don't see Alan recently. But they are going to come back, and hopefully we wish the best, Mr. ENORTAP, to Joseph Laham, Michael Rubinstein, I believe, and also Johnny Golden. 3 good people was with us for many months, and they somehow disappear, and we don't know why. And that's okay. We don't need to know why. We just need to be sure they are okay. That's the most important thing. Exactly. Wish the best. So we'll see what happened about that one over there. No problem, William. Coach got those 2 strikes exactly. RJ is on update. You see that? He did it all the way about that one over there. Turbo got 300 yesterday. Here we go. And Miss Kelly back in the house with all the new information.
Hey, Kelly. How's it going?
The bottom keys, Miss Brad Marchand's son was another one, like early at the beginning of the Hockey National Show. Bottom Monkey was always here with Michael Rosenblatt and Bottom Monkey and Brad Marchand's son. Brad Marchand went to college in Colorado, the Boulder, and then he moved back. He left to go back. He texts me at least 2-3 times per week, sir. And we miss Brad Marchand, and we wish the best for the summer. And he tried to do more hockey for him. I just expect the Rangers are going to win and draw that series. They're younger and fresher about that one over there. That's what we got right now, Mr. ENORTAP. We wish everybody, don't forget to click on the likes. We appreciate if they want to be part of the show. We hit the 15, and maybe it's time to ask you, Mr. ENORTAP, what do you thinking? Sly probably forgot his password, Bottom Monkey. Or maybe his phone. Who knows about that one over there. But we miss him for sure.
We miss Sly.
Yep. What are you thinking about? What do you have to tell us today about maybe the weekend since Friday we left each other Friday night. We have Pierre Martin back in the house. Welcome back, Pierre Martin.
Hey, Pierre. How's it going?
Man, I'm done about that one over there. Before you start talking, because I know you're going to bring something, Mr. Nathan, we need to wake up a little bit, the people, and we need also to start it. We need to start it because I'm not sure with all the number we have to start this one. It's RJ DJ. Play music when he needs to start the bus because we have a lot of people to pick it up. Roger is on mission to pick over 12, 14 people. This is the first time in the history of the Hot National Show we have so many people to pick up. Sorry about that. I think that we welcome everybody to be ready about this. Before you start, you have comments. You will be there. Don't worry about that. Tonight, I root for Mike Smith. I would be nice with Mike. Send him good vibes. Good evening, Pierre Martin and friends. Everything. Well, I would be nice to see his friend winner of the Cup, Blackhawks 97, and Arturo and the jail. I'm telling you, Kelly, she get all the stat and the mobile strip. But he said, yeah, party boss for Blackhawks 97. And Mr. ENORTAP, you have right now the floor for everything you want to talk about. What do you remember the most or pay your attention the last 48 hours since, I would say, Saturday and Sunday?
Well, now I forgot, Coach. No. Well, we had a couple of good games. Oh, easy. A couple good games, obviously, over the weekend. I mean, the Edmonton game looked like they came out strong for a while, and they were playing with them, and then slowly but surely they get their game degenerated. They got into penalty troubles. They were victimized by power play goals. They were, I think, after the second period, or even during the second period, like Colorado just took total control of the game, and you can tell by the end that they were just disheartened. Edmonton was. It looks like sometimes you look at a team. It's not something direct that you perceive, but you see it in their body language. You see it in the way they skate. They look like they're a done deal right now. We'll wait and see. They have, first of all, they didn't have the depth, obviously, that Colorado had. They have a couple players that are they're playing very injured right now. Draisaitl, Nurse, Smith is not playing at the top of his game. You put all those things together with the fact that you don't have the same kind of depth that Colorado does, and it's not a good recipe for success. The other game, the analogy I think I gave best was Tampa Bay is like a small fire in a jar, a match in a jar, and the Rangers are starting to put the lid onto the jar. And what happened in the last game is they let a little bit of air in there, and they let Tampa Bay right back into this series. Had they won that game, the Rangers, I think, this series could be over as early as 5 or at the most 6 games. And you now have to, if you're the Rangers, you have to collect yourself. It's okay. They were on the road. They were at home, but they did their job in the sense that on the road they won 2 games, and now they just have to steal 1 from Tampa, and I think that they'll still be okay. And you have to let that oxygen out of that jar slowly but surely until that fire is extinguished. Until then, Tampa's the champions until they're beaten.
Yep. Anything else?
Yeah, let's have a look at our fantasy board. What do you think?
Before that, I want to mention a couple of things for the weekend.
The injuries.
Francois want to talk about what a game by Palat yesterday. Not only he did a score, but winning. But I think for me, for the goal, the Palat, everybody talk about Palat, right? You have an amazing, great goal, everything like that. But I think we forgot the pass of Kucherov on that play. Yeah. It was unbelievable pass about that one there. The score doesn't show a couple of play a solid game yesterday. I think Chesterkin have an amazing, great save game yesterday. 49 of the 52 shot. Chesterkin was unbelievable about this. What I said today, I think you were here today at the show. this may be the winner of this game for me is the New York Rangers, because I think they're going to be more stronger and better, because they're going to learn what they did wrong yesterday and what it takes to not slip a game like yesterday, and that will helping them to understand it's not easy to win a game, every single game. Like a playoff, Mr. ENORTAP, I starting to round 3, most 3 and 4, it's about endurance. It's endurance. I'm talking about perseverance, because the hurt, the feeling, and now it's you have to get there. So the mindset is increasing more, is play really important role in the round number 3 and round number 4. And you cannot slip those games like yesterday. Say, oh, we're going to, you have to figure out this. They have a short memories, and that's the key in the round 3 and 4. You cannot remember what happened yesterday. You have to go forget everything. Whatever you win or lose, it's a new day, it's a new game. It's still 0-0. Yeah. And game number 3, number 4, most of number 4, it's very hard to win. So for me, it's a learning. Whatever Gerard gonna have experience, I'm sure he told them, right? I believe as a group, the Rangers going to learn that last and get better for the rest of the series. We'll be running to see how they're going to respond tomorrow. I think the first goal is very important between them, York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah. It's far to be done.
As it will be tonight, Coach, with Edmonton. I think you're going to need. I think if you're sitting back and watching this game, I expect Edmonton to come out very strong, especially in the first period. And I think if Colorado can keep them off the scoreboard, this game will be over. I think once the second period hits, Colorado will take over eventually.
Yeah, about that one. Jake McKenway, welcome aboard. And, today Andy and Andrew talk about Mr. ENORTAP. Like, if you're a New York Rangers fan, you should be encouraged, because the future is bright there for, like, the Tampa Bay Lightning many years ago. They've been there, and then they are all well balanced, and I think that was going to be good for them for the next 4 or 5 years. Don't be surprised the Rangers win the Stanley Cup very soon, and they'll be a good solid team for year to come, like a little bit like the Tampa Bay about that one there. So I agree with you, Andy and Drew, about that. Mr. Richard Mullen is in the house. Welcome back.
Hi, Richard. How's it going?
Who took the Rangers, Colorado? I have only half of the pie, Pierre Martin. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else. Dixon Automobile in the house tonight. And John Gregor. He is in the house, Johnny. Yeah. And then RJ give an update. The lower injury for keep Brandon Point out at the game number 4. About that one over there. We're going to talk about a little bit player are out for injury. My question yesterday on my pool on the YouTube channel, it was which injury hurt the most between Klumper, Kadri, Yamamoto, and Point, and now someone else. I forgot, but that's why it was the question yesterday. I think you're anxious to go to the leaderboard, Mr. ENORTAP, so why not to go there and see what's happening at the leaderboard. All the results for Friday are at the bottom of the screen, and also the journey weekend. So hey, what I have 1-2-0, 1-1-0-1, it's because I mixed both days together. And for the fantasy, sometimes you have too many people win because you have 2 points. It's just a little bit harder for that. But I give you the goal of the set. I don't know what's going on with my phone. It's another bad number. That's how it works in the phone. Here we go. A time, Mr. The little week. Of course, this is the result of Friday, Mr. ENORTAP. If you are on the 1-0, your number 1 is on the left, or you start your record with 1, that's the good news. If your number 1 is the second number, that's called jail. So if you try to find your name and your name is there, and you said, oh, at 0-1, that's not a good news. And that's what we got, Mr. ENORTAP, at that moment. Yamo, I took the lead on the victories, Mr. Nata, with 37. We understand this not on the weekend. That's another subject between you and me. But we have to also give Mr. Andy also number 1. And with Yamo and myself with 15 plus 15 differential W. And then followed by Ron Kings, like I mentioned, Mr. Nortap, he's now plus 14 with you on the leaderboard. That's what we got at that moment. And, we have to recognize last week, Ron have a good week. Kelly have a great week. After she was 470, she over 500. Blackhawks pretty good at plus 5 at that moment. And we have a few people like Francois at plus 9. And you can see Andrew is at plus 7. Whatsoever is on the jail for a couple of weeks now. And Pierre Martin is at plus 9 also. And you can see the leaderboard. Well, any question you want to mention about this?
No, that looks all clear to me.
Sound good. If it's clear for you, it's clear for everybody. And what about the next one, Mr. Nata?
The number of jail visits. Here we go. Who's the leader?
Here we go. Richard Mullen still in the lead, but he's getting right now chasing by Nooner, Andrew, and Brendan W. And Kilo. All of them are at 7, following by Pierre Martin, Yamo, Kelly, Ron with Kings, and Jose all at 6. So you can see the differential right there. Kelly, she was dominate at some point. She was a leaderboard at the beginning of the weeks last week. Because she got a good week, Mr. Nortap. Richard Mullen, he take the lead by himself, but he's getting chasing by Andrew. And that's what we at. Any question you want to know about what's going on there?
Yeah, I think I should have only 3, Coach. I used one of my passes.
The pass is this pass, Mr. Nortap. You don't go to jail, but he count the leaderboard, unfortunately.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's only thing, but otherwise, it's pretty good about that one there. So you skip your jail, and but on the leaderboard is right there about that. We're going to check before
we're still waiting for our first fight.
Everybody wait for the first fight to have the pass for sure about that. Pierre Martin said goaltending forever are the Rangers and the Colorado. Do you feel like Budjijavi is underutilized with the Oilers, Mr. Nata?
Well, probably. I wouldn't put the blame just on that. I think he also has to step up a little bit more. He's got a big body. He should be crashing that net a lot more often than he does, and it seems like he picks and chooses his time. So maybe a lot of that has to do with the reason why he's underutilized.
It reminds me Kokanemi at some point. When I said this is about he's a big guy. He can do things, right? Kokanemi can do some fun things like Budjijavi can do that, but he cannot finishing. He's still missing a part, right? So that's happening. But we have Mr. Adam Berger in the house. Don't forget to click on the like. The moderator of the Hockey Nation Show. Welcome back, Mr. Good afternoon for Mr. Adam. He's only 3:30 over there. But Mr. Angelo from Marietta, back in the house. Welcome back. Good evening, Mr. Angelo.
We're never late, Angelo. Never late.
Why I'm 0-1 Tampa won Francois? Because are you talking about the leaderboard, Francois? Or are you talking about the game this weekend? Because during this weekend, Francois at the border here. If you talk about this one over there, and you are at the jail because you have 0-1. Because the game Friday, you took Tampa Bay, won the New York Rangers win, Mr. Francois, and that's the reason. And by the deal with verification, Smith, they said, Francois, you took Tampa Bay at score 4-3 versus the New York Rangers, and that post, it was at 6:41 Friday night. So, I'm telling you right now, deal with Mr. Nortap, they don't They don't play around. They know exactly what's happening. They know the time at the post. They know the verification score. They know the name. They know everything, Mr. ENORTAP. So I just want to mention this, Francois. So that's the reason you are going to be ready on the balcony, Mr. Francois. And we'll see about that. Now the Jets talking to Target, which make believe trust will be in Vegas. Possible. There may be negotiation again. Adam, I still believe they have a bug at the negotiation with Barry Trust, Mr. ENORTAP. I think he will looking for $6 million, and one of the two teams is talking, doesn't want to give him $6 million.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, I think all the teams want to do their due diligence and interview whoever is available. The other thing is they're also waiting for the playoffs to finish in some cases. I know Montreal signed Martin St. Louis, but that's a little bit different. That was an interim to a coach. So usually as soon as the season's over, you start seeing things like that pick up. You start seeing if other coaches are available, perhaps if other teams end up firing their coach. So it'll happen. It'll happen in due time. Right now, they're just going through the motions of interviewing everybody. But I think it's one of those two teams myself as well.
I agree with you about that. I just want to make a verification for the new people like Angelo and also other people. So the leaderboard, guys, is only Monday to Friday. So every result you got on the leaderboard is Monday to Friday. During the weekend, we do extra pick. We give the result at below those graphics, but we don't put them in the leaderboard during the week. So example like Angelo, I should be 4-2. But now because the game you lost yesterday does not count in the leaderboard, Angelo, and that's the reason about that one over there. Mr. Matt est de retour dans la maison d'Hockey National Show. And Pierre confirmed his position not play as expectation about this. Why you use the pass, then you miss the strip bus. Why you use the pass, then you miss the strip bus. It's because the bus is the pass does not want you to go. You can stay home with your family and watching the game with your family. But we have to put this on the little one. Coach Frenchy, the best. Thank you so much, Mr. Matt. We appreciate beaucoup. Merci beaucoup, encore une fois. RJ said, the game TV and is on the TNT tonight, Mr. ENORTAP. If you live in USA, you are in the TNT about that one over there. I feel like the Blue Jacket have one of the biggest figure for the future for the NHL team. What do you think about that?
Figures? I'm not sure what.
No, future.
Oh, future. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Not yet. Not yet. I don't see that quite yet. They do have a good core of prospects there, but it's going to take a while. They have some gaps that need addressing still, and hopefully they'll get some done during the summer. But I don't anticipate them. I mean, they're very much a blue-collar team, and I think that they'll always be in the mix, but I don't anticipate them making the playoffs next year.
They are not like the Ottawa, but they're looking like Ottawa. Example, I would say to you, they have two great defensemen, Werenski and Bogvis over there. I don't want to talk about Gravier, Grave, and everything, but then the future is great over there. They have a lot of young men like Selinger. You have Johnson now they get over there. So you have some element, but you're missing not a lot, but a couple of pieces of puzzle. I think their the Mender is not good enough. I think they need an additional one or two defensemen, veterans. I think they miss about 3-4 players. Their line at the center is not great over there. They will have to add more but over there. If Laney can stay there, they can add another center that will helping them for sure. But I believe they could get something like Mr. Groove for UK. Welcome aboard. Thanks for being a part of the show. Don't forget, everybody, to click on the like.
Hey, Groove. How are you?
It's okay, that it was Sunday game, not a problem, Francois. Trot is going to Florida, but a monkey. Bujo is creative player, but the others tell him to chase the guy with the puck and then get in front of the net. Yeah, stuff to work on, Andy. That's pretty good about that one there. He is a great skater. He's a tall guy, but physically, maybe he's not in the right chair for what they ask him to do, unfortunately, in the but I still believe he has something he can offer to another team at some point, fitting better on his system.
He does.
I don't know which team, you know what I mean, but I think there'll be something they have to figure out, so sure. I'm old. I remember when Rick Target played for the Flyers. Cruz, yep, number 22. Not a problem. Angel, salut le best coach. Salut mon Matt. Merci encore une fois. Target was a gone at the beginning of his career. Yep, him and Ruby. Hopefully, I will still 1-0 tomorrow. Blackhawks, always you can dream because that could happen. Terry T, welcome aboard. Not negatively, like dream big. Hey guys, expecting Edmonton to win if they don't have much a chance. All right, Terry, we'll see what happens tonight. He played for the Flyers because he was gone. And Robert Kitchen is in the house. Hey, no, Robert is not there. If Smith is in the net, yes, should be there. And Renault, welcome aboard. Out the Buffalo Devils and Colorado, who is the more likely to make the postseason next year?
Who's more likely to make the postseason? I would probably. It's a toss-up between, I think, Buffalo and the Devils.
I will go with Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think the Metropolitan is still too much. No, again, we talk about Zone 6, right? Right, because you don't know if what the Devils can get as a goaltender and the Buffalo, what they can get, everything like that, right? But today, if I have a choice between three, I have to go with Buffalo.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. About this, Nicholas, wow, Mr. Nicholas is back in the house. Long time. We lost you, buddy. Hey, hopefully you're doing well, Nicholas, and we miss you. We miss you in knowledge about your comments, everything like that, Nicholas, which is on to welcome back. And talking about Nicholas, we're missing our friend Yamo. We didn't see Yamo yet, but also, what's his name? The guy went to the army.
Oh,
I'm thinking about EVALANCHE, but it's
yes, not from Finland, right?
Yeah, he's from Finland.
Yeah,
Jesus,
the wizard.
Yeah, and exactly, but it's not a wizard.
Yarmo could help us. How do you say?
I think we might about the Kelly. They need to let Skinner start his only game goalie. Coach, question for William. Coach, what is your rate of the success of the last 4 teams' success on the power play? I think Colorado and Oilers. Anything you want to say that?
Well, if you look at that game between the Rangers and Tampa, like that alone was 4 out of the 5 goals that they scored were on the power play. I think you get to this stage, even Colorado and Edmonton, they're lethal once they're on the power play. And
why they are doing well?
Why are they doing well? Because, like I said, their system is impeccable. They have a good quarterback. Each one of those teams has a very good quarterback. They have their wing players have great one shotters, like right from the wing. They can, like, you think of Stamkos, you think of Panarin, Zibanejad. On the other end, you have McDavid. You have McKinnon. Like, these guys can all score. They don't need much space. They just and they're great at moving the puck around and just being patient, waiting for that open opportunity, and then trying to capitalize.
Yeah, pretty good analysis about what you just said. But 4 of them, Mr. ENORTAP, have maybe the top best 4 quarterback at the power play. You know what I mean? Like, I understand Barry's not, Hosey, and I can understand in overall. But you have Barry there, you have Edmond over there, and you know what I mean? You have McCarr over there, you have Adam Fox. So just there, you have 3 best defensemen of the top 5 in NHL on their S over that. And then secondly, but if you look, the Zibanejad one-timer, the Stamkos one-timer, the puck movement, the Oilers between Trisalo and McDavid is pretty important. Over there, the Colorado, you have McKinnon and Rantanen on the flanker for the Colorado. That's pretty amazing. And then you add GRENIER for tip the puck in front of the net. And Tampa Bay use a lot of it's called the overload, where you bring the puck to the hash mark to the goal line, and you use the bomber in front of the net. They missed Brennan Point. They put Corey Perry at that moment, and that's what the reason they perform very well. It's the puck movement and always bring the puck on the tape. And for me, that's what they are.
And also, all four teams have a good presence in front of the net. Good screens. They're able to get rebounds and deflect the puck. So all the ingredients for an awesome power play are there for all four teams.
I agree with you about that one over there. Angelo said, about an hour ago, I watched a video about the most violent player in hockey, Larry the Rock Zedel. Great video. Cruz or you guys, anybody remember Larry the Rock Zedel?
Just vaguely. I don't know much about him, to be honest. But
I remember the Rock, name. But he was on WWE. He makes some movie. But that Rock, I don't know that Rock. I'm more into Rocky me.
I've heard of it, but
about that. John Gregor, welcome back. And Mo Deposit Center. He works for Tage Thompson. That's a great. Earlier I talked with Kokanemi, but I think Banamoki and I would bring another players. Remember, like Tage Thompson is a big guy, 6'7", 6'6", and he take time, right? And I would also add Troy Terry for Anaheim Ducks. He got the success last season, but it took him about 5 years before he got. So Pilijarvi could be another one like this, Mr. ENORTAP. About that one over there.
Maybe.
I mail you my pick. Not a problem. I was the first Victoria Parade 1997. Grows the only way my mother even let me skip school. There we go. Dave Show was the great goon, the hammer. And Renault, Sharakovic, Use, Asher, Brett Severson, and Hamilton is still on the same roster is look for postseason. No, Renault.
I don't think they're going to go there.
Why?
I think they're going to try to address defense before anything else. And
what's the biggest problem in New Jersey?
I think it's on defense.
No, it's the goalie.
Yeah, the goalie too, but I think
the goalie. I think their defense is better what we think. I will tell you why. You have Hamilton.
Yeah.
Severson.
He's not the greatest defensively.
Now we have offensively have Severson. All right. Yeah, Hamilton over there. They have also Ryan Grace. Right. You have also Ty Smith. He played some 4 season, but I think he's better what he did like 2 years ago. He was a solid, good defenseman over there. You have Luke Hughes coming now from Jack Hughes' brother.
Yeah.
He's a solid over there. I think you did not mention Manser and your name, Renault, by the way. And then you have also the another defenseman, Zata Geller, whatever, the kids coming for Washington also. The defense is not bad. And I said they are like amazing defensemen, but you have the ingredient. They have the power play quarterback on power play with that. They lose Sutter, Subban, of course, right? But they have a better core what we think they are. I think their problem they got last season is really the goaltender. They've been like Montreal, 6 good different goaltender, Mr. ENORTAP. You cannot go. Any team cannot win anything with that guy. If they can fix, Blackwood can come back be better. But I think that Blackwood is not their number one, like a big goaltender in NHL. Like can carry on like Halibak or something like that. That's their biggest problem, I believe they missed. And New Jersey Devils. Of course, he missed a puzzle left and right? But I think that's what. But the core is good.
But I think
then we forgot another defenseman, Mr. ENORTAP. The Sharabambulula from Russia. About the 26 letter in the back of the jersey. You have to do a tour to get his name in the back. 20 overall pick in 2019 in Chicago. I was there, and he's going to be another great defenseman, Mr. ENORTAP. So I just want to share it with you. Yeah. You can add something else.
No, I was just gonna add. I think that's what's behind the fact that they've made it public knowledge that they're willing to deal away their second pick, because if they drop 2, 3, 4 positions, I mean, they're going to target a defenseman in my eyes. It's either Nemec or Jiricek, and if they get either one of those, and then they're able to get a decent goalie, either during the off season or during the season, they're going to be in a very good position because offensively, like if you recall during the season, coach, there were games that they came from behind many times. They would score like 4 or 5 goals in a matter of a period sometimes.
Oh, they
The
got hurt.
talent is
They have a
there.
lot of hurt or injuries. They have a lot of COVID
Yeah.
about that one there. Another Finland, Mr. Natap. Find another Finland. And Dick will find Mr. Vallejo.
Vallejo, that's it. Yes. Thank you.
Exactly about that one over there. Go, you look like the Rock
How
from
can
the
we forget?
WWE. Here we go about that. It was the one. I tried to catch up everything before we move. Elephant look increase going forward during the Sunday. Sorry, cap and remain same season until 2025. Yes, RJ, $1 million every year, I believe. And then after that, have you been discussing about seeing yet Whiteman, Nicholas? We talked about this earlier today. We believe that's a good signature overall. I don't know if you want to add something, Mr. Nortap,
Excellent.
about Chris Whiteman.
Yeah, that's fantastic. 2 years at, I think one is at 850, the other one's at 875, and he brings good experience. He's half decent on the offense, on the power play. For Montreal, that's great.
Yep, so right. But the monkey, Mohamed and Luke Hughes. I think Luke Hughes stay again 1 more year in NCAA. But and then Mohamed, I think he have a 1 more year contract with the KHL. But they are coming, and now you're talking about Jonathan Sigendaler. Yep, so right. Renaud said that about this. I will consider Nicholas as the face of Rangers team. Just again, we talk about Whitman singing Nicholas. I not agree all that shake his head. David saying Campbell would be smart. Renaud, that's something not bad. We talk about good point about this one over there. Get my email address from Frenchy. I would like your opinion on something. Losing Subban is a good thing, not a bad thing. I saw Michael Legave take a big ramp on the call out through him and everything like that. François Pitt. Question 4.25, 4 years for Jack Campbell with New Jersey. Yes or no?
One more time.
Campbell, 4.25 for 4 years.
I don't think he'll go for it. I think 4.25, he stays in Toronto.
I think he's going to get more.
Yeah, I think he's looking for 5 and up.
Yeah, Mr. Nayan Cat, welcome aboard. And Angelo said 5-4. We're getting there. People talk about the and we go all through this. Mr. Natap, it's time to get there, Mr. Natap. What are you talking about? We wait for everybody to show up. Don't forget, guys, to click on the live if you don't mind. It's time for Mr. Natap to go to the gel. And today, we have to celebrate the gel name. And honestly, Mr. Natap, I cannot remember. Isn't that bad? I cannot remember the name of the gel today.
Isn't it the Mullen?
I don't know, but I think I got it.
Mullen County Jail.
It was close to be ENORTAP from the pressure I got this weekend, but I think we have to go with Mr. Kilo County Gel. Today is now 7th time, and the gel, Mr. ENORTAP, it's another one, but it's time to mention who's going to be in the gel for the next 24 hours. We have to make a smaller graphics. We have too many people. This is the first time we have so many people. Hinata, Brandon, Corey, Andrew, Yann Nooner, Buck School, John Grega, Yamo, Corey Hill, Jose Duarte, Real Deal, François Pitt, and Richard Farley are going to the jail. It's funny because Yamo is not there, Richard's not there, Buck is not there, Corey Hill is not there, Yann Jones is not there, Brendan W is not there, and Corey Hill also. The people are scared. They don't want to show up today because of the jail. Any comments you want to mention about this nose name? Yeah. The good news about Mr. Natap, you are not alone during that moment. But before we have to pick it up, here we go. Roger, run the show right now. Pick up everybody one by one. Look like you have 7 already pick up. We still really have to go all the way to pick the boat to go to Yamo, Mr. Nartap. But until then, we have to wait for he's coming back. for that one over there, but we'll see. And possible, we'll see if, you know, we'll see what's happening for the rest of the people. Anything you want to add about this?
Yeah, where's coach's name?
Here we go. That's good about this. Mr. Zinnig Gaming in
Where
the
are
house.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, Zinnig Gaming, Caroline is Zayla. Welcome back in the house. I am in the jail 2 coach, Andy Cuivula. Andy, no, you took the Rangers Friday. You took the score 3-2 with me. You and me, we have a perfect game Friday, Mr. Andy. Because this the result of the jail is Friday, not Sunday, Mr. Yendi. Any comments, Mr. ENORTAP?
No, that's it.
That's it. Let's
ready
move
to rock
on.
and roll.
Let's move on for what the people are waiting right now, Mr. ENORTAP. I will go to remove everything here and see what we have. About that, it's not the same one. We have to keep that one over there, but we have to move the name right there. And usually I put the picture behind, but I forgot about this one. I forgot about that one over there. Of course, Edmonton is at home. I understand, but I don't want to changing this for one game. It's not too much about that. If we miss your comments in the chat, we apologize. It's time to give me your comments, your prediction. Mr. ENORTAP, tell us what do you think about tonight? I can wait to hear your prediction tonight.
Oh, Coach, who knows, right? The way things are going.
This
But,
one I know.
Yeah. Well,
Tomorrow I don't know. But
The
tonight
odds are
I know.
definitely the odds are obviously stacked a mile high against the Oilers tonight to win not just this game but even the entire series. Of course, thanks to Saturday's 4-2 win, the Avalanche deservedly hold a 3-0 lead in this best of 7, which resumes tonight. Uh, just as a background here, an FYI, in NHL history, teams that take a 3-0 lead in a best of 7 series, they hold a 198-4 record in those series. So the odds are not very good for Edmonton here. Clubs that have won the first 3 games in the conference finals or semifinals, they're 44-0, which includes 26 sweeps. So over half of them have ended up in sweeps. So the best chance the Oilers would be to start with simply claiming, let's take one game at a time, not worry about these odds, and go from there. But we talked about earlier, just the amount of injuries that they have as well. I know everybody has aches and pains as well, but when it's some of your best players and you don't have the depth that the other teams have, it's a problem for Edmonton. The Avalanche are looking for their first trip to the Stanley Cup final since, winning the crown back in 2001. They appear well on their way, in my eyes, having dominated, I would say, the bulk of play in this series. Edmonton will be without Vander Kane. As we know, he got the 1-game suspension. He leads all players this postseason with 13 goals. The NHL gave him that 1-game suspension because of the hit on Kadri from behind on Saturday, and we found out this afternoon that he has undergone a thumb operation. So I would venture to say it's going to be more than just this series that he's going to miss. He might miss the finals as well. Kadri, he had 6 goals and 14 points in the playoffs, and it definitely. I know it's on one player, and Colorado does have a lot of depth, but it does tend to put people out of their place, out of their chairs, as we like to say a lot of times. But Jared Bednar has done a good job so far with moving players around and knowing what to do. So I suspect they'll overcome his absence, even though it's a big one. The Avalanche, they finished atop the Western Conference during the regular season, and they have a 6-0 road record during the playoffs, as well as having outscored their opponents in those games by a margin of 30-15. So what I anticipate, as I was trying to say earlier, I think Edmonton will come out very strong in the first period, and if this game is still tied or it's only 1-0 Edmonton, I suspect Colorado will take over at some point from the second period on. And, if Edmonton falls behind very quickly, this is over a lot earlier than we think. I think it'll be over tonight, and I'm going to take Colorado to win this by a margin of 5-2.
Five to two. I don't know why I feel overtime tonight, but I feel the broom. So Colorado 4-3, Mr. ENORTAP.
Yeah.
Dixon, Kenny is out suspension 1 game tonight. Yep. About that, Mr. Dixon, about this. So if you want to give us your score, please don't hesitate to leave us the score here. We're going to take it. Thank you, Mr. Roger. By the way, welcome back. Roger, number 1 fans of the Abs. Let's move on, Mr. ENORTAP. At the fantasy hockey, what we got for tonight?
Coaches, is the +2, is that your exact scores?
I'm sorry again? I'm +3.
Yeah, you should be +3.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
I put +3, but he I don't know why he become a +2. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Fantasy. Somehow, somewhere, I don't know how this happened, Mr. ENORTAP, but I got take the lead by 6 right now. Very shocking. So I'll give you a chance now to pick.
You 2 points last night.
Yeah, that will give you a chance to pick up the first pick all the night. And I know you're going to use my strategy. I gave it to you a couple of days ago, and you can do it.
I left you some openings, Coach. Don't worry. But I went all Colorado, so I'm going to take the team Colorado. I'm going to take Makar and Taves, and then Rantanen, McKinnon, and Landeskog.
That's Colorado. So I think I'm going to go with Edmonton for tonight. And I split. I use Barron. Hopefully Barron is going to get a point on power play unit number 2. Bouchard is going to join maybe. And I would be glad if McDavid scored 2 of the 3 goals. Tresaguet scored a number 3. And Nick Cushin scored a goal winner and overtime. I think I'm not going to be not too bad overall, Mr. ENORTAP. I just predict what's going to happen tonight. and 20 seconds about that one over there. So that's what we get, Mr. ENORTAP. And on that prediction of fantasy hockey, everything like that. I know you talk about the game, of course, tonight. Let me check this one, Mr. ENORTAP, because we have a new player. It's a Nyan Cat. Nyan is at 3-2 Edmonton tonight. And Cat. And he said he's going to be McDavid. Is going to make a difference tonight. The Cat said about that. François Pitt, stop pretending ENORTAP and take Mike Smith, who picked Edmonton to win tonight. Roger. And Andy, Kilo, you, and now the Cat. Roger. That's what we got so far. We'll see. Will be interesting. Mr. ENORTAP, of course, you only talk about the game time. We have only thing. About the league, maybe we talk about Chris Whiteman. Another subject is 2 things. First of all, we have Patrice Bergeron, winner of the Selke, then got on the surgery elbow. How concerned are you also with the Boston Bruins?
Very. I mean, they're faced with a huge job this summer to try to fill in a lot of shoes, right? They have injuries to Marchand that's going to keep him out. I think it was six months, if I'm not mistaken. Bergeron, who's going to retire. Injuries on defense. There's at least two or three defensemen.
Oh yeah, Krejcik, Raleigh, McInboy.
Yeah, all 3, and it's extended periods of time. So I look at the center position, and there isn't. It's very very thin right now. So unless they go out on the free agency and pick up a couple centermen, they're going to have a lot of trouble. They might be opening up the door for one of those teams we were talking about earlier, like a Buffalo or New Jersey, to slip back, or the Islanders for that matter, to slip back into a playoff spot.
Definitely about that one there. We'll be interesting,
Yeah.
Mr. Nota. We'll be back at 8 o'clock for the play-by-play commentary with the Hockey Nation Live show. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, we are back at 12 o'clock. Don't forget, guys, watching the ABS video, daily news video per day. We bring this to you. We want to thank everybody, Mr. Notap, and the chat are still here with us. And then we can wait what's happening about this. Great pick, Coach. Thanks so much, Andrew. And see what's happening again tomorrow. If a lot of people go to jail, Mr. Notap, or barely a few go to jail tomorrow, will be interesting about that. Go for Kadri or Pillsbury on the market, maybe. Boston Nicholas, possible for Kadri Nicholas, but they don't like to spend a lot of money. The problem, that's what they do usually on UFA. Well, today, Mr. Nota, we want to remind everybody,
you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Let's complete another warm-up show, Mr. Notap. We want to thank you for your insight about the prediction of the game tonight. We wish you an amazing, great evening, Mr. Notap. We can't wait to see you tomorrow night for another warm-up show at 6 o'clock p.m. We're going to talk about the game between the Rangers, of course, again, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Until then, we want to remind you, everybody, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate what, Mr. Notap?
Year 2022.
Here we go. Have an amazing, great night. We love you, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
Of that reality, don't want another surprise.